rock like coke on the skillet. I'm Marky Mark.
All right, yo, welcome back. It is Beats, Rhymes, in the Good Life, episode 3. And though it's been a minute, you know what I'm saying, it's just been a lot of scheduling issues, but we are here today. I stay jamming, got the homie Legend.
What up?
Oh, shit, man. How you doing, though?
Chilling.
Just
Still got that high from the Eagles win.
Oh, yeah. Let me go ahead. Tell me, were you going into the Super Bowl like expecting that type of victory?
I was expecting them to like play their ass off just from most of the players from last year being there. So you know that they were going to come. They were not going to leave there with any effort left behind.
Yeah, and y'all lost to the Chiefs 2 years ago though, right?
Yep, 2 years ago.
So yeah, getting that sweet revenge. Even though I guess the Chiefs definitely had lost a lot of people by then. Their team, I swear, they're losing people every year. It seems like. But,
yep, and they getting older too.
Yeah.
Let's see if Kelsey come back. Travis Kelsey.
Okay, yeah. I was like, hold on, Kelsey.
Not Jason Kelsey.
Yeah.
He should have stayed another year, but
he
still got one
last year.
Yeah, he still got one.
Yeah, that's true.
Before he left, so that's
good.
Facts,
he should have stayed, so he could have got the rematch on his brother. You know what I'm saying? They both get one against each other. Then he had to stay one more year just in case they made it to Super Bowl again against each other. You know what I'm saying? To get the title.
Yep, that way you can, when Thanksgiving come around.
Who the best brother? Yeah, I'm the favorite. But
it's like how Eli and Peyton. Eli got 2.
Eli got 2. Peyton got 2 as well.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He got one with the Colts and the Broncos. But Eli got his 2 first. He got his first one first. Eli the best Manning.
Yep, he got it over the GOAT twice.
Yeah, he beat Tom Brady twice. Come on now, he's the best Manning. I don't care what nobody say. His stats is trash, whatever. But hey, he got 2 on Tom Brady. Pat Mahomes ain't even get 1 on Tom Brady, and they saying Pat Mahomes the new GOAT. So, like, what do you guys say about that? You know what I mean? But obviously, Super Bowl. And then the halftime show. So let's go ahead and get right into it. If you late, you've been living under a rock with Patrick Starr, Under the Sea. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick Lamar performed the Super Bowl halftime show this year. A lot of what's the word I'm looking for?
Discussion, controversy.
Both discussion and controversy. Like a lot of people on both sides, I'm seeing a lot of people, even Kendrick fans, not liking their performance because people are upset he didn't perform his hits. What did you think of the show, though?
I thought it was, I won't say perfect because like the sound mixing, at least when we were watching on TV, was a little bit off, but on YouTube it seems a little bit fine.
Yeah,
but
you rewatched it?
Yeah. I looked at it on YouTube.
Yeah, I done rewatched it like 100 times, but easy.
I think that's just because, it's just him. He's actually rapping though. It's not like
there's no
like
backtrack. Yeah. There's no backtrack. He doesn't have a hype man. This is basically a rap show. You know what I'm saying? Like it's real lyricism. You got breath control, which a lot of rappers don't have. And I'm seeing people online talking about why does breath control matter with your rapping? Like that's what rap performances are. Hey, stop it, Justin. I don't know if y'all can see. I got this little monster right here. Terrorizing shit. Get out of here, man. Just taking all the vinyl down. But yeah, like that's what a real rap show's supposed to be, man. It's just straight lyricism. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate going to a show and I'm hearing the backtracks when you rapping. Yo, that's not what I'm supposed to hear. I'm not supposed to hear your song. Rather, I don't care if you have like ad libs when you're performing, but I shouldn't hear you rapping over your song as if it was me rapping to your song in the car. You know what I'm saying? For me, I loved it though. You know what I mean? I'm obviously Kendrick fan, you know what I'm saying? I know everybody know that. No surprise here, so I got a little bias. But I'm already like my favorite halftime show of all time. I thought it was perfect. There's some I agree with you though as far as the sound is concerned.
And that was only with like the TV or when I heard his vocals through like people taking like cell phone videos, and it sounded good in the arena. It seemed like.
Yeah, I will say though, like, and I mentioned this to Charisma, like, Kendrick, like most halftime shows, they are for the people. They cater it to the people that are at the show. Like they have a stage, and then the band or artist just performs to the audience. Whereas Kendrick's, his show was not at all for the people that attended the Super Bowl, and it was catered to everybody watching it at home. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't, like it was almost like you were people, because if you saw people filming it, he was not ever rapping to the crowd. He was always rapping to the camera.
Cameras, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like he made that for everybody at home, which, you know, at the same time, most of his fans were people that were still at home watching the Super Bowl. Like Super Bowl's a bunch of rich people who can afford to go.
Yep.
Most of his fans aren't going to be the ones that's in the audience. So he catered his show to us here watching at home, and that's also something I appreciated. Did you see any of the like people talk about some of the Easter eggs that was happening? You know what I'm saying? Like
what?
Like
I know
what,
I saw the car.
Hold on.
Like all the people coming out of the car.
Yeah. Well, you know, obviously some of the easy ones, like you know, the red, white, and blue. Like so, the red and the blue for the Crips and Bloods, but also they made the flag and they're all black. So you know, America built off the backs of black people.
13 stars.
16. 16 stars. Samuel L. Jackson had 16 stars on his jacket. Kendrick in whacked out murals, he said. I lost plenty of friends, 16 to be specific. There's also like 16 people that are wearing like just white shirts and jean pants. They are, you know, people are speculating that they represent the Angels, those 16 friends of Kendrick that he lost. So it's a lot of depth to it, which I know a lot of people hate too, because they're like, why do I gotta listen to it and dissect it? Why can't I just enjoy it? That's the good thing about Kendrick is you can do that. You don't have to dissect it. You can actually just listen to the music and not get a deeper meaning. But if you want something that's deeper than just the surface level, he has that for you too. You know what I'm saying? It's not all
especially with GNX. That I think that's particularly why he performed that. I know he performed with Dre, his other hits with Dre. Was it with Dre? When they brought him out,
when he was on Dr. Dre's Super Bowl, he did All Right and Matt City. Which that's the thing. I said this too though. He did the pop out already last year. You know what I'm saying? Which he played basically all his hits at the pop out. Why are we gonna want him to do the same thing at the Super Bowl, but it's gonna be a condensed version? Like he did an hour and a half at the pop out. Do we really need to see a 13-minute version of that set? We can just go watch that on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So I like that he performed mostly GNX stuff. The only thing, actually, there was only one thing I wish he would have added, which was Hey Now. I wish Hey Now was one of the songs he performed. But otherwise, like, I don't have no issue. I like that he did the little GNX snippet intro.
Yeah, still teasing us.
Yeah. I'm pissed that he didn't drop the deluxe.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
I literally thought the deluxe was coming on Valentine's Day because Glasses Malone said something. Obviously, there's been theories for months. You know, at first we thought he was going to drop a deluxe December 14th. That didn't come. So now we're like, oh, he's going to drop it right before the Super Bowl. Didn't come before the Super Bowl. Hasn't come after the Super Bowl. You know, I don't know. It's still,
letting it breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, it's still charting.
And I watched The Bigger Picture with DJ Head, Elliot Wilson, I think Jeremy Hecht, I think his name is. DJ Head, though, he said, you know, Kendrick don't do a lot of, he doesn't repeat himself. So the performance wasn't going to be a lot of the hits because he already did some hits. He's not going to bring out Dr. Dre because he did that for the pop out. So he wants to always keep doing something. He wants to keep it fresh all the time. So that's why we got this set. You know what I'm saying? DJ Head also said probably not going to, well, he didn't say these words exactly, but from what he was saying, it sounds like we're probably not going to get a deluxe because Kendrick doesn't do part twos. You know what I mean? To albums at least.
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with it.
GNX has been like way more. It's been an album I've been repeating way more than I thought I was on initial.
Oh yeah,
Listen, for sure.
I love it. You know, it's slowly moving up for me. I know at first I said it was my fourth favorite Kendrick album. It's kind of creeping up there. You know, Miss Him Around the Big Stepper is low key becoming my favorite Kendrick album too, though. So, you know, I'm sure in a few years my whole list gonna shuffle.
But that's what I like about Kendrick. Just like how you brought up, he wanted to keep the performances fresh. He keeps his albums fresh too.
Yeah, facts.
Like,
None of his albums
albums
sound the same.
are different from each other, and so whatever is your favorite, I mean, might be right because they're all great.
Yeah, exactly. And I said this a long time ago, and I think you said this too. But it's like it's Outkast Part 2. You know what I'm saying? Outkast never ever did the same album twice. Every album, bless you, every album was different. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's, you know, those all my favorite artists, I guess, always keep elevating. You know what I mean?
I was thinking that even kind of the Roots too, because
that's facts too.
They switched it up quite a bit, especially in the 2000s.
I think the only two albums that maybe you could say are closely the same sonically is Tipping Point and the
one before it.
Yeah, the what was it called? It had that Don't Say Nothing.
Oh, that's Game Theory.
Game Theory. Yeah. Those are the only two that maybe you could say kind of sonically sound the same. Actually, I guess two more. How I Got Over and the one after that, Undone. They don't sound the same sonically.
Oh yeah, I guess.
But
so.
Even though like Undone's it's a concept album, I can almost see How I Got Over being the lead up
to that,
to Undone. Yeah, it's almost like low key part of the concept, even though it's not, you know. But I could see the whole character going through everything and How I Got Over to being the, you know, doing the stuff that happens in Undone, getting into that street life and all that stuff because, you know, the effects of How I Got Over essentially.
Yeah, but similar features too. I think Fonte was on both.
Yeah, Fonte's on both. I don't know if Big Crit's on the second one, but I don't think he's on the first one. Big Crit's on Undone. I don't think he's on How I Got Over.
Yeah.
But you know, sonically, I can see the similarities between those albums. You know what I'm saying? So, but we're not gonna get too deep on the halftime show. You know, there's so many people talking about it. But you know, I loved it. I think Mike loved it. Legend loved it. You know what I'm saying? So,
especially when you got everybody around also like loving it too.
Yeah.
And it's just not like, you know.
Oh, we had the Super Bowl party over here, you know, so it was like we was all hype up. And you saw me, I was so fucking hype, especially when he looked at the camera, it said Drake's name. I'm like, he said Drake?
And then, then he said they love the Sue, like, damn.
You said what?
When he said they love the Sue.
Yeah. That shit caught me off guard. I love the way he teased it too. By the way, before we get off it, I liked the interlude teasing it, and then he came back with like another interlude right before the thing dropped, and then he's doing his little the not like us shuffle. Like I'm seeing seeing TikToks on that now, people doing that dance. So that's just funny. You know, I know the Drake fans and Drake are over there in Australia pissed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But speaking of Drake, he did just drop an album with Party Next Door called Some Sexy Songs for You.
Yep.
What did you think? I didn't listen to it.
I think it was just all right. Like, it wasn't terrible. I didn't think it was terrible, but there's only like a couple standout songs. That what was that Padre song? Let me see.
Really?
I actually like that.
I didn't listen to the album, but you know, there's been snippets of a lot of these songs on Twitter and Instagram. So I've heard some of the snippets, and you know, I heard some of the shots or mentions of the beef or shots to. I know he took a shot at Joe Budden on that song "Give Me a Hug."
That song was alright. I mean, that song was alright. I think Nokia was alright.
I've heard people talk about Nokia.
I don't know. Do people hate that Meet Your Padre song? I didn't think it was bad.
A lot of people I felt said that was probably the worst song.
Damn.
At least on my timeline, I was seeing that as one of the worst songs on the album. for a minute.
I thought that was straight.
So
And then I think Greedy. I think I like that one.
I'm gonna peep it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna at least give it a listen, so I could have my critique ears. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't really get into. I don't go crazy on Drake anyway. But I've listened to every Drake album just because like that's I want to hear what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna definitely peep this one.
I mean, if you like Drake, I mean, it's a Drake album.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting. You know it's a lot of tracks. A lot of tracks of varying quality.
That's true.
And that's how he puts out his albums.
T-Pain, he said he felt like this was a bunch of leftover tracks off of either Drake albums or even Party Next Door.
Boy. They're doing cartwheels.
Hey. He said he felt like it was a lot of leftover tracks off of either one of their albums. Hey, you gotta chill out, man. We live. We live. All right. So, but he said he felt like it was a bunch of leftover tracks that either Drake went and added verses to or Party Next Door added verses to. And I guess Drake has like 7 solo songs on there too or something. There's like 7 tracks that Party Next Door is not even on.
Felt more than 7.
I don't know. Maybe there's some writing credits that they're counting as part of Party Next Door, and maybe Drake just sung it. I don't know though. Like obviously because I haven't heard it. Well, you can't touch up here.
But then again, they all just kind of blend in. I mean.
Yeah. Where were we at?
He said 7 solo Drake songs.
Yeah. You said there might be more though.
It felt like it was more than 7.
I have to, like I said, I gotta listen to it. You know, I'll listen to it later.
21 songs. Well, I guess solo.
And that's man. I'm tired. Like 21 songs. Like quit it. Like
That's really my only issue with him. Really.
And all his albums be like that.
So that's why when T-Pain says that it's like leftover tracks, it's like sometimes all the albums it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Leftover tracks mixed with, some standout tracks.
Yeah. So. I do feel like that. It's all his albums, especially since 2020, they all feel bloated. Well, actually, I know they were like this before because what was it? Scorpion was a double disc album anyway, which I mean that's fine. It's a double disc. It's supposed to be long, so I'm not even going to put that in. I'm not going to hate on that. But every one of Drake's albums damn near has 20 tracks on it. It seems like that's too much, man. I don't need you to do 20 tracks on every album, unless it's all heat, and it is never all heat.
Nah,
I listen to a Drake album and I walk away with maybe 3 songs that I like usually. Three songs that I like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know.
I mean, that's his strategy. That seems to be his strategy now. It's like,
boy. All right, there we go. You see, I had to hit him with that boy real quick to calm him down. Hold on, you said having bloated or 21 track albums be his style.
And I don't know if that's like a streaming thing or
it is though.
Yeah.
Because it's easy. The more tracks you have, the easier you get playlisted because I might like this song, you hate it, but then you got a song that I hate on your playlist. So then it's easier for you to get your streaming numbers up. Like I saw, the first day the album dropped, Kendrick had the most streams after the Super Bowl. Kendrick had the most streams for a rap artist for 2025 with 92.5 million in one day. Just one day's worth of streaming, he had 92.5 million, and Drake passed that with like 93 million or something like that. But he already had a 44% decrease, I saw.
Yeah.
And Kendrick's already back on top again. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like.
Because if somebody listens to the album once, I mean that's 21 streams right there.
Exactly. So. And Kendrick and GNX only has 12 songs. You know what I'm saying? And still getting streamed more because people actually like the music, even though sometimes you get online and it seems like a lot of people are sitting here talking about. I don't know why my timeline, it has just, I get a bunch of Drake fans on my timeline.
I think it's whatever gets the engagement. Like if you like Kendrick, you're gonna get, especially like Facebook, even though
That makes sense.
But Facebook, like I noticed it 100% on Facebook that they will show you the negative, like anything that can get like you to engage with it, even just the comments. Even if you're not even leaving a comment, if you just click on it, they're like, okay, we're gonna get you there. Because I notice it with hip hop, especially Drake now.
Facts.
I notice it with boxing. Like if you follow any type of boxer, like you're definitely gonna get like the, oh, why is Terrence Crawford ducking this and that? And just every it feels like every boxer just gets hate.
I've actually made it a point to stop engaging with Drake accounts. Like if I see one, you don't have a profile picture of you. Not that, I mean, I get it. People don't like to show themselves on the internet, but I'm still not debating you if you don't have your own picture up. I'm not debating you. You got a picture of Drake up in your profile. I'm not debating you. You got any OVO or 6 anything on your or owl. I'm not debating you. Like I'm done going back and forth with bots and Drake fans, and you know what I'm saying? Like it's just aggravating. It
feels like that's just the strategy for everything nowadays. Like it's like gaslighting, like all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like like they don't even try to argue. You see it. It's not just hip hop. I see it definitely WNBA. Anytime Caitlin Clark is mentioned or even not mentioned, they gonna mention her.
Yeah, facts.
And it's not her fault. She's just balling, and she's a good baller and everything. But like you can just tell. I don't know if it's the same group. They just try to latch on to. I kind of think it is. I don't even know if they're actually fans. I think it's just like a group of people that just latch on anything that they can make into a controversy, and then they just. I don't know if they get a strat or what.
Like the statements be so dumb. Like it'd be like, Kendrick wouldn't be anywhere without Drake. When it's like Kendrick wouldn't have a single Grammy without Drake, and he had 17 Grammys before he just won 5 with Not Like Us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I guess those 5 he won recently were based off of a diss song about Drake, but he still had 17 that had nothing to do with Drake.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? People keep saying Drake made him. He gave him his career. No, he didn't. He was already signed before he went on that that tour with Drake. You know what I'm saying? He did that BET tour right before Good Kid, Mad City dropped. And I saw him on that tour. And he didn't play Good Kid, Mad City because I saw him 2 days before Good Kid, Mad City came out, and that pissed me off.
Right. He was already moving up the ranks with Section 80. Even before Section 80 came out, you was telling me about him. So it's just like, I don't know. I don't know where they get that whole thing from.
And it's going, since we're already back here anyway, that I don't know if you saw, there was a dude on, I think Fox or something, a news anchor, and he got out there talking about nobody even has heard of Kendrick. Like why would they put somebody nobody ever heard of on the Super Bowl? Like, come on, man, that doesn't even make any sense. But you know, he's about to get 100 million on Spotify, so go ahead and follow him if you haven't followed him yet. You know what I'm saying? First rapper to get 100 million fans on Spotify. Let's get it. West Side Gun, you listen to that album?
Oh, it was an album? I thought it was just a song. I saw that music video.
Oh no,
Hitler
12.
Oh damn,
Hitler
no, I gotta listen to
12, man.
I thought it was just a video. He just put out.
Oh, the Outlander video.
Yeah, he did like a music video to, what was this?
I think the one you're talking about is Outlander is the song. But he got Stove got on there like at least five times. It's cool, you know what I'm saying? I gotta listen to it a couple more. But I actually went back. It made me go back and listen to the album he dropped last year. Not 11. What was the other one he dropped? Because he dropped 2.
Weren't they both?
They came the same day. Like 11 was kind of an EP.
Oh yeah, I listened to. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
And then he dropped another one that was longer, but he got a song on there with Stove God and Shootouts in Soho. Stove God and A$AP Rocky. That was a hidden gem. I was like, yo, because I listened to the album a couple times, and then like I said, I went back and listened to it. And I was like, yo, this shit fire. Stove God come on there talking about some I can't talk on the phone right now. I'm cooking dope.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
That's the one I listened to.
I love that song, yo. Stove got like he got some of the best like one-liners to me, like, or even just like the 4 bars, because that first 4 bars he come in is super fire. But I mean his whole verse is fire anyway. I mean I like the song as a whole, but it's just that he be having some lines that just stick with me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like about Stove. So I'm hoping we get an album from him soon.
I don't know if we get one, but I'm cool with him. I mean, he's doing a lot of collabs
with Westside.
Not just Westside, the whole collective.
Oh yeah, Griselda. Yeah, he was on what was it, Conway's album last year? Like he had a couple songs on there too. You know, I'm always just I like looking at the clips are supposed to be rumored to drop an album this month. I'm assuming it's gonna be the last week of February, and there's supposed to be a Stove God feature on the Clips album.
Oh, bet.
So Pusha T, Stove God, Pharrell, come on, man.
Yeah, you're starting off strong. Hopefully.
I mean, I know, no Malice is in the group, but I low key don't even want him on that song. I just want coke bars from Pusha and fucking Stove. I don't want Malice giving me God bars on top of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just need the coke bars on that shit. Like, that shit's gonna be fire. Kendrick's supposed to be on that album too.
Oh, bet.
Yeah, he's on the it's called the song's called Whips and Chains, or Chains and Whips. I don't know which way it goes. But he's that like somebody there was a TikToker who posted a video talking about the song, and then he got a strike and it got taken down by UMG.
Damn.
And in the strike it said taken down by copyright infringement for having copyrighted material, and then it listed the song Whips and Chains featuring Kendrick Lamar. Even though nobody's heard the Kendrick verse, but supposedly based off of that, we are assuming that Kendrick is going to be on that song. So looking forward to that. I can't wait. Yeah. This was the last Pusha and Kendrick. That nostalgia that was on this album right here. One of the best Kendrick verses. You know what I'm saying? Who else dropped? 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz, Larry June, Alchemist. What you think?
It did. I'm not going to say it didn't live up to that. It was all right.
Yeah, I gotta listen to it again. Let me see. Let me pull the track list real quick though, because there was definitely one song I was like it came on a couple times. Cause I listened to it on repeat. Actually it was Super Bowl Sunday during the day. I was doing some Ubering and stuff. Life is Beautiful. I like that song. And Bad Choices. Bad Choices was the first single they did. I fuck with both of those songs for sure. But I agree, it kind of didn't live up to the hype for me. I low-key want to say it's because it's Larry June for me. I like Larry. I don't hate Larry June, but his flow is too lazy for me.
I would have rather the last collab though.
The Alchemist Larry June collab?
Yeah.
I agree. That was fire.
That was fire.
That's my favorite Larry June album. And that was, I feel like I might have had that as one of my top albums that year that it had came out. What was that, 2023, I think? Or it was either 23 or 22.
I think it was 23.
I love that album. But it just like, it didn't give me that feeling. You know what I'm saying? I feel like with this, I would have rather heard just 2 Chainz and Alchemist. Like, if Larry June was featured, cool, but I would have rather just heard 2 Chainz and Alchemist as a whole for me. But Alchemist is working. I guess he has a project with Erykah Badu coming out next.
And he
and then
putting in a lot of work.
Maybe I don't know if I could be mistaken, but I almost feel like I heard that he was. Yeah, my phone's broken. If you see that too, I also feel like they said he was supposed to do a collab project with Yasin Bey, aka or FKA Mos Def. So we'll see.
Yeah, just link up with all the legendary artists.
Facts. He just needs to get some more Jay-Z tracks. Jay-Z need to go ahead and get in the studio now that that lawsuit has been dropped. Did you see that?
Yeah.
So
I mean that was coming from the details.
Yeah. I mean, once that I didn't want to say nothing because it's like I don't want to put all my chips into defending somebody I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when that video came out of the girl talking about, she was detailing the events or from her perspective, and she was talking about she lives in Rochester, but there was this party. I don't even remember what the party was. but it was 5 hours away from wherever she lived. And she said her dad came and picked her up, and then her dad commented and said, I don't remember driving 5 hours to pick her up wherever she was at some party. Like, I would remember that. So it was just a lot of holes in her story. And then she even mentioned some band that was also at the MTV Awards, and that band was like, we were on tour during that time, like, so you weren't talking, like, because she said she had talked to them about, she had like the artist had like a cross tattoo or something. They started talking about Christianity or some shit like that, and they came out and said that they weren't even there because they were on tour at the time. So it was just a lot of holes in her story. So I was already kind of like, okay, this seems like this is gonna be an easy dub for Jay. You know what I'm saying? So now that we got the verdict that they dropped the case, and I saw earlier today that Jay is actually countersuing
probably the
Tony
lawyer.
Tony Busby. So he's countersuing him for, I think, $20 million. I don't know where he's gonna get that $20 million from, but I think it's fair. I feel like there needs to be consequences for false allegations, yo. You know what I'm saying?
In particular, like the lawyers that egg it on too. Especially because he knew that they didn't have a case. So
yeah, they was just trying. Initially they were just trying to get Jay-Z to settle outside of court just so they can get some money. But then, yeah, I mean, if I know I'm innocent, I'm gonna take it to court too. But it just sucks because oh no, actually, he wasn't suing for $20 million. I think Jay-Z said that he lost $20 million in endorsements or investments or something like that because businesses pulled out of deals with him based off the backlash that he was getting, or they didn't want to get backlash for continuing to work with him, I guess. But glad the NFL stuck beside him though. That's actually props to the NFL for not just dropping Jay-Z from, because he's the music curator for their halftime show basically. So props to them for not just canning him. And I know they probably got
they own lawyers that can overlook that stuff too.
Yeah,
just like with Not Like Us performance, making sure that there's like no legal way that like Drake can send a lawsuit towards the NFL. So
I wish he would have just called him the pedophile, man. Fuck all that shit. But it's all good. I'm glad he said his name. That's all that matters. He said his name, looked at the camera. Cool beans. Let's get it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I like the energy that Kendrick's been coming with. I like him staying on top of Drake's head. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. Now back to Jay. I want Jay-Z to do that, but put it in the music too, though. Like, and get some Alchemist beats. You know what I'm saying? Get some Alchemist beats, because Alchemist been my favorite producer for the last at least since 2020.
Yeah.
At least since that Freddie Gibbs Alfredo project, but I would say even before that. So, as a matter of fact, yeah, because oh no, actually the only Alchemist song I think Jay-Z is on is off of the Jay Electronica album. It's that I don't remember what the song is called, but he's on that something Soldier or something like that. He's on a song with that's an Alchemist beat.
When was the last Jay track? I feel like it's been a while.
Yeah, Jay-Z hasn't been present in a minute. I almost want to say it was either God Did off of DJ Khaled album, or it could have been the Neck and Wrist off of Pusha T album. It's almost dry. It's one of those two, I think, was the last Jay-Z verse we done heard. Let me see what else we got here. Oh
yeah. Speaking of producers, that Black Milk album was good.
Oh, he actually dropped that whole album.
It was Black Milk and Fat Ray.
Okay.
They dropped a collab. He mostly did producing on that. He did the hook for one track, and he sung and rap a little bit on another track. But yeah, he came through on the producing on that one, and I kind of like Fat Ray. I mean, it's mostly like street rapper lyrics.
Yeah.
But I mean, he did his thing. Even Danny Brown did his thing, and he's in there, but he's not. He does not spit. He's not animated. It's just
he's rapping his regular voice.
It's his regular voice, and I was like, yo, he should do that more often. Because
I agree. I've heard him rap in his regular voice maybe one time, and I was like, okay, this is actually not bad. When he do his high pitched Danny Brown, I want to annoy you, nails on a chalkboard voice. like I do not fuck with that shit, man. Like I hate it, yo. And I know so many people that be trying to get me to listen or fuck with Danny Brown. I'm just like, you're not going to convince me, yo. That shit is annoying.
Yeah, but if he stick with his normal, yeah, he need to do that more often.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Hold on, what song was he on?
Don't say no.
Don't say no.
Don't say no.
A rape song, crazy.
It's not about that, but
no, we don't condone that over here.
Not about that.
Shit, yo, the Kanye rants. Did you Kanye go? Yo, that Kanye crazy, man. He said, what did he say? He said,
just say no. Just say no.
Okay,
there we
okay.
Go. I don't say no.
Yeah, he said,
just say no. So it's actually the opposite.
Yeah.
Even though it's not about that.
Yeah. No, Kanye before the Super Bowl too, he went crazy. He said what did he say? He said he started it off with, "Let me just say, I've beat women too." That dude, yo, I'm not. Yo, I said this before. Yo, I have not supported Kanye since the slavery was a choice.
Yeah, that was it.
Thing, but I fuck with the Kanye energy, man. Like, I like that nobody can control this dude, yo. He gonna say what the fuck he want when he want, and I like that.
Even if it's dumb.
Yeah, even if it's dumb. I like that the
bravery.
The bravery. The higher powers cannot control him. Shit. He, because he always be going in on the Jews. He always be talking about he loved Hitler and the Nazis.
Dumbass shit.
And I don't know if you saw, but some Jewish dude who he owns a company that specializes in getting rid of things off the internet that you don't want to be on there. So in 2012, Kanye had a sex tape that he had with a hooker in Vegas, and he hired this dude to wipe it off of the internet, and he did it, and he still has the footage, and he posted a screenshot of the clip of Kanye in, probably smashing. He's talking about saying something about Kanye, like, I still got that video of you from 2012 with that hooker when you was on NDA and your wiener was small, blah, blah, blah. You keep talking, I'm going to drop it. And then Kanye said, "Oh, I forgot what I look like in that. Drop it. I can't wait to see it." Yo, you cannot threaten this dude. Yeah. And it's somebody else.
He shouldn't be doing that anyway.
I mean, true. And some other dude texted him, and Kanye, like, that's the thing. I would never text Kanye if I was anybody. Like, if I'm going to say anything to Kanye, I would say it in person or on the phone when I think he's not recording it, because he is going to post the screenshots every time he posts the screenshots. But this dude threatened Kanye and was like, "Yo, we need to come have a conversation, and there's going to go one of two ways. You're going to come here and not cuss, and you're going to listen, and we're going to have a man-to-man conversation. You're not going to say any of these conspiracy theories, nothing about no tweets, no nothing, or I'm gonna commit you to a psych ward, and they're gonna drug you up and make you a vegetable or something like that." And it's just like, now you making Kanye seem like he's sane. Like, everything he's saying is correct. Like, that's what it comes off like if you're threatening him like that to me.
I just think it's just too many people with just too big of egos.
I mean, true.
Including Kanye, of course.
I mean, Kanye got the biggest ego.
Yeah.
For sure. I've never even met Kanye, but I just never even seen anybody with the ego like Kanye, though. But, I mean, there really can only be one ego for the world that big, you know what I mean? Like, come on.
Drake.
I guess Elon might have that ego.
Elon, ego. He definitely does.
Yeah. So hopefully I'm waiting for the Kanye takedown of Elon. That'd be fire. Yeah. If Kanye can take down Eli,
if they can take each other down, that'd be great. That'd be great. Especially Elon. I'm tired of that. Dude.
Facts though, man. Facts. All right. I don't have too much else. I just want to get into since it's been a minute, we haven't talked about our top albums for 2024. So I want to talk about top albums real quick, top songs if you have your top songs as well. Excuse me.
Get my list up.
Yeah, let me find my list real quick too.
You know, there's one change I want to do up on.
Let me see. Okay. All right, I'll go first. So in order, my top albums. Number 1 was Kendrick GNX. 2 is No Worries, Why Lord. 3 actually is not on here on this list right now, but I made a switch. So 3 is actually Doechii, Alligator Bites Never Heal. I've been listening to that shit crazy ever since when she did that. What performance? Jimmy Kimmel or something? Jimmy Fallon maybe or something like that?
Probably Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, I think when she did that, like, granted, I already like Doechii anyway, but that made me want to go re-listen to the album. And there was a point in time where I listened to that every day for like 2 weeks straight.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so that album's fire. Number 4, I got Kaytranada Timeless. 5 is Schoolboy Q, Blue Lips. 6, Absol, Soul Burger. 7, Freddie Gibbs, You Only Die Once. 8 is J. Cole, Might Delete Later. 9, Lotto, Sugar Honey Iced Tea. And then I got 10 as Tyler the Creator, Chromacopia, and then some other ones that I liked. I mean, it's in really whatever order, but Yoshi Vintage, Beta, and Alpha. That's 2 different albums. Both of those were fire to me. Talib Kweli and Madlib, that was a fire album. I actually think that's one of Talib's best albums to me. Maybe it's like literally in his top 3 already.
Powering off.
Oh, disrespect! The camera just went off. Hold on, is that a battery? Is there a battery? Hold on a second. Let me pause real quick. Damn, the battery died. All right. Well, we got these cameras, and I just do the audio if the audio's still. So I said Yoshi Vintage, and then Future and Metro Boomin. Obviously, that catapulted the whole big year that we had last year. So We Don't Trust You, and then Flo Milli, Fine, Stay Ho. That's 14 albums. Those are some of my favorites last year. What you got?
Bet. All right, so mine's just in no order. I got Rhapsody, Please Don't Cry. Kendrick, GNX. The Common and Pete Rock, The Auditorium. This one might be a surprise. I actually like that Earth Gang, Perfect Fantasy.
I will say I like the Earth Gang EP that they dropped with Snake.
Oh yeah,
Hips. That shit was fire. I've had that on heavy repeat. Though.
I was going back and forth between those two on what to put up in the 10, okay. And then Absol, Soul Burger. Vince.
I think that's the third best Absol album to me too.
Yeah, it's a great album.
Yeah.
I think Vince Staple, Dark Times. I'm coming. I was listening to that for a bit. No Worries, Why Law. Tyler the Creator, Chromacopia. The Adventures of Tirana Aomari.
I listened to it. I gotta listen to it some more because I love Tirana Aomari. So, and there was oh man, what's that song? They got a song on there. I mean, you go ahead. I mean, let me look this song up real quick.
Cool. And then You Only Die Once, Freddie Gibbs. I'm kind of there's some albums on my special mentions that I kind of want to move up to 10. The Asha Immuno, Pushing Buttons. Mm-hmm. I like that album. Man, I got so many albums in my freaking
Paramore though is the song I was talking about off of Tirana Aomari.
Yeah, that song is so fucking good.
Facts.
It's so fucking good.
Tehran starts the song off perfectly, yo. That shit, like his verse is so fire on that.
Definitely one of my favorite like blue verses from the year too. He had two pretty good albums.
Yeah, I was gonna say blue. I heard one of them. He did one with Exile, right?
Yeah, that's Love the Ominous World.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
And then he did Royal Blue. I like there's like albums that they might not be top 10, but I still like a lot, like the Big X the Plug, Take Care, and Yet Still, Odyssey. Of course, we already mentioned Snake Gang EP.
Oh yeah, I like that. A couple other ones I'll list too then real quick. Glorilla. She put in some work. She had 2 pretty good albums last year. I actually saw her and Megan in concert, and she put on a great show. And I think she performed at the BET Awards. I saw her before the BET Awards, and I felt like her performance at the BET Awards was even better than when I seen her live. So she's getting better at performing. So that's dope. Tierra Whack, she dropped the album. For me with the Tierra, I love Tierra Whack. She's such a great lyricist and she's very creative. My only issue is all her songs are just too short. That's why the album didn't make it to my top whatever. But it's just because all her songs are so short. They're like a minute and 30 seconds each every time. And I get it. That's the way the industry is now. But again, this is why I like Kendrick, because Kendrick don't do shit because that's the way the industry is. You know what I'm saying? I want Tierra Whack or other artists that I like to do the same. Like, I want you to be that creative because she is very creative, but I want the songs to actually I want to be able to sit in the car and listen to a whole song, not just the interlude type of song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, Cash Doll, her album's pretty good too. Let me say that. There was a lot of
I got Alchemist he had quite a few albums. He had, The Genuine Articulate was his album.
Mm-hmm.
And then he had one with Oh No, Heads I Win, Tails You Lose. I like that. Of course, Schoolboy Q, IDK.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't know IDK dropped the album.
Yep, it was Bravado.
I'm gonna have to peep that.
Even Slum Village had an album with I like that.
I didn't know that either. Damn, I've been sleeping. I got a couple albums I gotta catch up on. What did you ever peep Childish Gambino's album though last year?
Oh yeah, that's another one. Yeah,
I wasn't crazy about it, man.
I actually kind of like I kind of like it, but I can understand. He's kind of like Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
As far as on the musical side,
I always say he was a nerdy Lil Wayne. I never could get into Childish Gambino's music. I love him as an actor and TV show writer. I feel like his TV shows are fire, whether he's in it or he's just writing or producing. They're all fire.
Yeah.
You said what?
Music number one.
Nah, you're good.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah.
I love Childish Gambino.
That's funny. That's Devin, our cameraman. You know what I'm saying? He's our behind the scene producer right now.
It's also age difference too.
That's true though.
He came out when I was a freshman in high school.
I mean, that's true. When you definitely artists that you get into in high school is they're more they stick with you longer for sure if you get into them at that age. So I understand that for sure. Top songs though. I actually, my first actual the song that dropped that I was actually addicted to at the beginning of the year was it was that Ice Spice, Thank You to Shit. I actually love that. I actually love that song. I was rapping that shit like crazy. That shit used to get me so hype. Lotto, Sunday Service. These aren't in order, by the way. These are just songs that I liked last year. Lotto, Sunday Service. Obviously like that. That Four Bats and he had that Act 2 song, but I like the remix. I know a lot of people didn't like that Drake verse. They said it wasn't needed. It was needed to me. The Four Bats is one of those things. Same thing like I said with Tierra Whack. His song was short. It was like a minute and a half when it didn't have Drake. Drake extended the song, and I actually thought Drake had a fire verse. To me, it was actually the best part of the song when he added his verse to it. You know what I'm saying? So really like that song. J. Cole, 3001. No Worries, 86 Centra, Innkeeper. Obviously I love the whole album, but those two songs are those are my shits off that album. Kendrick, all his battle tracks, Euphoria, 616, Meet the Grams. Not Like Us being my least favorite of the four, but the other three fire. You know what I'm saying? I got one of these days we're going to have to come in here and rank diss tracks. You know what I'm saying? We got to do that. Sure. Schoolboy Q, Thank God for Me, and Movies, which Movies had that AZ Chike verse on it, which one of my favorite verses last year. AZ Chike went crazy. He was even on the Peekaboo song that Kendrick performed at the Super Bowl as well. Absol, Bucko Jr., and then Kendrick, Whacked Out Murals, and Hey Now, and then Freddie Gibbs on the set and Anniversary off the album. Those are some of my favorite songs. I'm sure there's a lot more that I missed, but those are the ones that I wrote down.
Yeah, I didn't finish my list because I was supposed to go through. I wanted to go through every album I wrote on this list and pick 2 songs from the album, and then like make a playlist. But some that weren't mentioned from Makami's album is it Sir Dolepon Davinon. I like that. Copy Code with
He's
Black
speaking
Thought.
other languages out here.
That's what it is. I hope I already know I messed up on pronouncing that, like always. Not Like Us in Euphoria, Kendrick, Triple X, Black Odyssey. They dropped last year too, even though it wasn't really. It was a different album.
Yeah.
Different style of album. I put Paramore and View Part from the Toronto Area Mari album. Denim by IDK and Joey Badass. And then I stopped for some reason. I don't know why I stopped. But I'm gonna look through my album.
Have you been seeing this whole Joey Badass versus Daylight situation?
Oh, has it kept going? I only heard Joey's verse, and then Daylight's response, and then whatchamacallit's response.
Joey's?
Not Joey's.
Mick Jenkins?
Mick Jenkins, yeah.
Okay, so yeah. So it was Joey did his, I forget what this track was called. The Ruler's Back. Daylight dropped whatever his track was called. Mick dropped his track, which is fire. Love Mick's joint. CJ Fly dropped what's his name? Ray Vaughn. He dropped the track dissing Joey too.
Oh yeah.
And CJ Fly dropped the track dissing Daylight and Ray Vaughn. Joey dropped another track called Sorry Not Sorry, which is dope. He took a little shot at Daylight, but he mostly took shots at J. Cole, which Mick Jenkins is also kind of mostly taking shots at J. Cole too. I don't know if you think that.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then Daylight dropped another track not too long ago. So that's the last one I heard was Daylight dropping his last track dissing Joey. And his shit was fire too. So I have to send you those. It's getting nice out here. I like the energy. I like us going back into battling and stuff like that. So, because it's not all hatred when it comes to battle. It's supposed to be competition. Yeah. So I like that. That's what it seems like Joey is trying to do. He's trying to just make it competitive and not like, because Kendrick and Drake actually just had an issue.
It's more.
Yeah.
A little more there.
So Joey and Mick and Daylight and CJ Fly and Ray Vaughn, they're all just bringing that original energy back to the industry right now. Yo, close the door.
Over there and jamming.
So, yeah. So, you have anything else you want to add though?
Let's see. I didn't see that. Like usually I don't really check out the ASAP camp, but somebody just dropped. Who was it? There was one song.
Even the ASAP camp for real?
I mean, he got it in his name, so I don't know. He seemed like he part of the camp.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. I gotta touch it. 12e, ASAP 12e.
ASAP 12e.
There was a song on there that I really Nina Sky. That song is actually really dope. Okay. And that album came out on the 12th
of this year.
Yeah,
February,
a couple days ago. And then of course that Black Milk, Fat Ray. I really like that album. Oh yeah. Did you listen to that Pink Seafood yet?
Oh, I did. I re-listened to it again yesterday. Actually, I gotta peep it some more. It's
definitely different.
Yeah, it's definitely more abstract than a lot of Peak Seafood stuff. So it's not just like a instant grab for me. I like the one that you said you liked. I didn't really like that one though.
I mean that one's weird because it's like
it's track 2, I think, or something like that. Yeah,
it's not the best on that. I think let me look at my list here.
Because it's like, and I agree with you though, as far as the mixing is concerned. Sometimes like Pink Seafood already does that a lot, where you can like his voice is kind of under the instrumental.
Yeah.
And I need his vocals to be up. I want to know what you're saying. I already like you as an artist. I like your flows, but it's just like my favorite right now, I think my favorite Pink Seafood album is the one he got with Too Rich Benji. It's too quiet. It's too quiet. And some of those songs still the same thing. Like my favorite song is Cadillac or Lex, and it's one of those same situations where it's like I really can't tell what you're saying. It's just the way you're flowing and the beat itself and the vibe is what's getting me. But I don't know really what you're saying for real.
Yeah, I think it might be just what is, because I know is when I listen to my cheaper Bluetooth headphones, it's easier to hear his vocal. So I wonder if it's just like, is the headphone or the systems that do bass better make it harder to hear his voice. But there's a couple tracks on there I like the track after that I really like, the Fucked Up Bezel with who was on it, not live, it's Mother, what's her name, she be in everything,
Baby Mama? Or yeah, that's I don't know if that's who it is, but that's who I'm thinking
don't
of.
play the song, I just want to see who it is.
Yeah, Baby
name?
Mother.
Baby Mother, yeah.
Yeah.
That Sacrifice, Bon Appetit.
I'm gonna repeat it again though, like, cause I mean I like Pink Seafood, so I know I gotta listen to it a few times. And this one's like I said, this one wasn't just an easy listen, so I know I kind of have to sit with it before I just sit here and be like, yeah, I don't like it at all. You know what I mean? So,
have you ever heard this dude Wakai?
Let me see. Nah, I never listened. Is he on one of these songs on here?
No, he just played randomly after I listened to that album.
Oh, okay.
But he got a song that he dropped this year called 22s, and I really like that song. That might be one of my favorites from this year.
Okay, all right, I'll peep that too. All right,
he might be somebody to watch out for, because I mean, I don't know.
All right.
But I like letting sometimes, like with Spotify, after you let an album play, they'll be playing like related artists and stuff.
Yeah, that's the
or
good
similar
thing.
artists.
That is the good thing with Spotify, because Spotify makes it easier to discover new music. Apple, like it plays random stuff, but it doesn't really get you super random. Like I listen, it almost always goes back to, no matter who you listen to, it'll go back to the popular artist. So if I listen to Pink Seafood, as soon as it ends, it'll probably go play Drake, and then it'll play. But then also Apple, like, because I'm guessing of this battle, or maybe it did it before the battle too, but it always plays. If you listen to Kendrick, it always plays Drake and J. Cole right after that. Always. It's literally the next one. The next song is going to be either J. Cole or it's going to be Drake, and then one of those two is going to come after that. You know what I mean? And then Kanye is also to come in there too. Like, they just keeping all the beef energy together. You know what I'm saying? So. But all right, I think this is going to be the end of this episode. So this episode 3, Beats, Rhymes, and a Good Life. You know what I'm saying? I'm Ice Stay Jamming. Got the homie Legend. It's good while lasting for me. That's a lifetime.
Peace.